In this video, we'll be discussing characteristic equation, Cayley-Hamilton theorem, eigenvalues, and trace of a matrix and its applications. Now, if we have any n cross n matrix, say A, then its characteristic equation is defined by this determinant xi minus A equals 0. So if we are given any n cross n matrix, we will need to find determinant of this matrix, which is xi minus A, and we'll put it equals to 0. We'll end up getting a polynomial, which is x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1 plus a2 x to the power n minus 2, and it continues up to an equals to 0. And this equation is called as characteristic equation of a given n cross n matrix. The roots of this characteristic equation are called as eigenvalues. So if we find roots of this nth degree polynomial, suppose the roots are lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 and lambda n. These roots, they are called eigenvalues. Now Cayley-Hamilton theorem says this characteristic polynomial, it is the least degree polynomial of which this matrix A is a root. That means if we take this polynomial as Px, which is x to the power n plus a1, x to the power n minus 1 plus a2, x to the power n minus 2 and plus an, then this Pa, which is a to the power n plus a1, a to the power n minus 1 plus a2, a to the power n minus 2, and finally it will be an, and since we are taking matrices here, we'll write this as in, and this value will be 0. So Cayley-Hamilton theorem basically says every matrix A will satisfy its characteristic equation. Now once we have eigenvalues from the characteristic equation, then we can find trace of a matrix. Now trace of any matrix A is defined as sum of its principal diagonal elements, that is value of a11 plus a22 plus a33 plus ann, and it will be equal to sum of all the eigenvalues. So it will be lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda n, and which is nothing but which is s1, and s1 in this case is simply minus a1. So from this characteristic equation, we can simply find trace of any given matrix A. And we can also find determinant of any matrix A from characteristic equation. Now determinant of A is product of all the eigenvalues. So it will be lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda n, which in this case is minus 1 to the power n an. So once we have eigenvalues, we can find their sum to find trace of a matrix, and we can find their product to find determinant of any matrix A. And here two more results that come handy is if matrix A has eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 and lambda n, then eigenvalues of a to the power m will be lambda 1 to the power m, lambda 2 to the power m, lambda 3 to the power m and lambda n to the power m. And also if this matrix A is invertible, that is none of this eigenvalue must be 0, then in that case eigenvalues of A inverse will be 1 upon lambda 1, 1 upon lambda 2 and 1 upon lambda n. So we use these fundamentals to solve problems on trace of a matrix. Now let us take up an illustration. Suppose we have any matrix A, which is a 2 cross 2 matrix, and it is given by A, B, C, D, and we know that trace of A will be sum of its principal diagonal elements, which is A plus D, and determinant of A is AD minus BC. Now first we'll write its characteristic equation. So its characteristic equation will be determinant of xi minus a, and we'll put it equals to 0. So it'll be x, and then I is 1 0 0 1 minus a is a b c d. We can write this as x minus a minus b minus c x minus d, and it'll be equal to 0. So we can write this equation as x minus a into x minus d minus bc equals 0. So this equation will be x square minus a plus dx plus ad minus bc equals 0. Now it's a quadratic equation whose roots are, say, lambda 1 and lambda 2, which are eigenvalues for this matrix. Now we find sum of roots lambda 1 plus lambda 2, and it is equal to a plus d, and which is nothing but trace of this given matrix A, and we'll find product of roots lambda 1 into lambda 2, then it is AD minus BC, which is nothing but determinant of A. So sum of eigenvalues, it is nothing but trace of the matrix, and product of eigenvalues is determinant of a matrix. For any 2 cross 2 matrix, we can write its characteristic equation as x square minus trace of A into x plus determinant of A equals 0. So that is the standard result for any 2 cross 2 general matrix. Now let us take up an example. Say for example, suppose we are given a matrix A which is 4 1 3 2. First we'll need to write its characteristic equation, x minus 4 minus 1 minus 3, and then x minus 2 will be 0. So we'll simplify it. We'll get x minus 4, x minus 2, and then minus 3 equals 0. So we'll get this equation as x square minus 6x plus 8 minus 3 equals 0. So it'll be x square minus 6x plus 5 equals 0. So that is the characteristic equation for this given matrix A. Now trace of this matrix is 6 and determinant is 5, which is clearly evident from this given matrix. Now we can also find its eigenvalues. So we'll factorize this. We'll write x minus 1, x minus 5 equals 0. So we'll get x as 1 and 5. So this equation will have 2 eigenvalues, lambda equals 1 and lambda equals 5. Now we'll write trace of A is 6 and determinant of A, it is 5. Now Cayley-Hamilton theorem says this characteristic polynomial is the least degree polynomial of which this matrix A is a root. So from here we can say A square minus 6A plus 5I equals 0. So from here we'll get this equation in matrices. Now we can use this equation to find A inverse. Clearly determinant of this matrix is non-zero. So we'll multiply it with A inverse. So we'll get A inverse into A square minus 6, A inverse into A plus 5, A inverse into I, and it is 0. Now A inverse into A is I and I into A is A. So it will be clearly A, and then minus 6, A inverse into A is again I, and plus 5. Now A inverse into I is A inverse. So it will be 5, A inverse equals 0. So from here we can write A inverse as 1 by 5, 6I minus A. So one of the uses of Cayley-Hamilton theorem is to find inverse of a matrix. Now another use of Cayley-Hamilton theorem is to find higher powers of A. Once we have this equation, we can write A square as 6A minus 5I. Now we'll multiply it with A. We'll get A cube minus 6A square minus 5I into A is simply A. Now we can replace A square with 6A minus 5I. So we'll write 6 and it'll be 6A minus 5I minus 5A. So there'll be 36 minus 5 it'll be 31a minus 30i. Now we have to find a to the power 4. We'll multiply a again. We'll get a to the power 4 and it'll be 31a square minus 30a. Now again a square is 6a minus 5i. So it'll be 31 and it'll be 6a minus 5i minus 30a and it'll be 156a minus 155i. Now the next question is, if lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3 denote the eigenvalues of this matrix, and if lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 equals root 2 plus 1, then set of possible values of t when t lies between minus pi and pi is. Now we know that sum of eigenvalues is nothing but it is trace of this matrix A. Now trace of this matrix A will be 1 plus 2 cos t and it'll be equal to root 2 plus 1. Now 1 and 1 will cancel. We can simply write cos t as 1 by root 2. Now in this interval, the values of t will be minus pi by 4 and plus pi by 4, and that's your option C. Now let us take another question, which is, if A is a 2 cross 2 matrix such that trace of A equals determinant of A and it is equal to 3, then what is trace of A inverse? Now we know that characteristic equation for any 2 cross 2 matrix can be expressed as x square minus trace of A into x plus determinant of A equals 0. So this equation will be x square minus 3x plus 3 equals 0. Now suppose eigenvalues for this equation are lambda 1 and lambda 2. Now we need to find trace of A inverse. Now for A inverse, eigenvalues will be 1 upon lambda 1 and 1 upon lambda 2. So if you have to find trace of A inverse, trace of A inverse will be sum of eigenvalues, which is 1 upon lambda 1 plus 1 upon lambda 2, and it will be simply lambda 1 plus lambda 2 upon lambda 1 into lambda 2. Now lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is sum of roots, which is 3, and lambda 1 into lambda 2 is product of roots, which is again 3. So trace of A inverse will be simply 1. Now let us take up a problem. It says, for this given matrix A, it is given that 6A inverse is A square plus CA plus DI. We need to find the value of C and D. Now one of the way of solving this problem can be to find A square, A and then A inverse, and then put these matrix in this equation to calculate the value of C and D. Another way to solve this equation is using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So first what we'll do is we'll find its characteristic equation. So its equation will be determinant of x minus 1, 0, 0, 0, x minus 1, minus 1, 0, 2, and x minus 4, and this determinant, it must be 0. Now we'll simplify this. We'll write x minus 1 into x minus 1, x minus 4 plus 2, and it must be 0. So we can write this as x minus 1 and then x square minus 5x plus 4 plus 2 equals 0. So it will be x minus 1, x square minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Now we'll multiply both of them. We'll get x cube minus 5x square plus 6x minus x square plus 5x minus 6 equals 0. So we'll get this equation as x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 equals 0. Now if we'll use Cayley-Hamilton theorem, then we can say a cubed minus 6a square plus 11a minus 6i, it must be 0. Now we'll multiply A inverse. So we'll get a square minus 6a plus 11i minus 6, A inverse equals 0. So from here we can write 6A inverse as A square minus 6A plus 11I. Now comparing this given equation with the equation which we have got from the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we can say value of C is minus 6 and value of D is 11. So value of C must be minus 6 and value of D is 11, and that's your option number A. Now if we extend this question a little further, we can find its eigenvalues. So here we have this equation, we can write x minus 1 and we can factorize this also. So it will be x minus 2, x minus 3 equals 0. So the three eigenvalues for this matrix are 1, 2 and 3. Now we'll find sum of eigenvalues. It will be 1 plus 2 plus 3, and which is 6, which is equal to trace of this matrix A, and we'll multiply them lambda 1 into lambda 2 into lambda 3. So this value is 6 and it will be determinant of this matrix A. Now suppose for this question they ask you to find the trace of A cube. Now we know that eigenvalues of A are 1, 2 and 3. Then eigenvalues of A cube will be 1 cube, 2 cube and 3 cube. So trace of A cube will be sum of eigenvalues, which will be 1 plus 8 plus 27 and which is 36. Now here the question is, the trace of a square matrix is defined as sum of its diagonal entries if A is a 2 cross 2 matrix such that trace of A is 3. So we are given trace of A is 3 and trace of A cube is minus 18. We need to find value of determinant of A. Now for this square matrix A, and since it is a 2 cross 2 matrix, its equation will be x square minus trace of A into x plus determinant of A equals 0. Now trace of this matrix is 3, so we can write this equation as x square minus 3x plus determinant of A is 0. Now this equation will have two eigenvalues, lambda 1 and lambda 2. So lambda 1 plus lambda 2, it is 3, and lambda 1 into lambda 2, it will be simply determinant of A. Now it is given that trace of A cube is minus 18. Now trace of A cube is nothing but sum of eigenvalues of A cube, which is lambda 1 cube plus lambda 2 cube, and L be equal to minus 18. Now we can express this as lambda 1 plus lambda 2 whole cube minus 3, lambda 1 lambda 2, lambda 1 plus lambda 2, and L be equal to minus 18. Now lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is 3 and lambda 1 into lambda 2 is determinant of A. So we can write this as 3 cube minus 3 determinant of A into 3, and it is minus 18. Now we'll divide everything with 9. We'll get 3 minus determinant of A, and it will be minus 2. So from here we'll get determinant of A as 5. So the value of determinant of A will be simply 5, and that is the answer to this question.